Hello world, FudgeBot47 here. Just recently, my channel reached 100 subscribers, so I decided to create a video for the occasion. So yeah, this is a different video from any I've created in the past. I decided to do something unique and special. I am going to be explaining why I love Star Wars Squadrons. This is the game that I've been playing recently. I'm currently about to hit 142 hours on it, and yeah, there's a lot I love about this game. So let's get into it. A contributing factor to why I love this game is that I love science fiction and spaceships. I've been building spaceships out of Lego for like a decade now, but that's not the only reason I love this game. I think it's an incredible game, and I'll be explaining why I think so in this video. First and foremost is, of course, the gameplay. The gameplay is solid. It's a little difficult to learn and has a very high skill ceiling, but it's super fun to fly around in the tiny and maneuverable starfighters. The game offers great multiplayer and decent single player. In single player, there's a short campaign that helps you learn all the interesting things in the game, and there's also a fleet battles versus AI mode, which is a fun game mode with no stakes. In multiplayer, there's dogfights and fleet battles. The gameplay footage you're seeing right now is from a dogfight. One of the reasons I love Squadrons is the variety. There are two factions, the New Republic and the Galactic Empire, each of which have 5 ships to choose from. Each ship has its own unique playing style. For example, the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter are versatile ships that can effectively complete any objective. The Y-Wing and the TIE Bomber are designed to assault larger ships like flagships and cruisers, but they do vary from each other. The Y-Wing is more designed for crowd control, I find, whereas the TIE Bomber is just for assaulting bigger ships. Although not everyone sees it that way, it's a great thing about this game is that not everyone plays it the same. The A-Wing and the TIE Interceptor are anti-starfighter ships. They can effectively take down starfighters at an alarming rate, but they're super flimsy. So if a starfighter starts to take down you, you're going to go down pretty fast. There's the U-Wing and the TIE Reaper. These are support ships that can heal your allies, give them shields, mask them from enemy sensors, all that fun stuff. Then there's the B-Wing and the TIE Defender. These ships are pretty unique and very different from each other, so I can't really categorize them, but if I used one word to describe them, I'd say they're both versatile. But on top of the 10 unique ships, there is heavily customizable loadouts. This has got to be one of the coolest parts of the game. You can tailor your ship to play exactly how you want it and the way it'll be most effective for you. For example, when I'm doing a fleet battle, I'll usually have proton torpedoes and ion torpedoes equipped on my X-Wing. But if I'm doing a dogfight with an X-Wing, I'll have an assault shield and a repair droid. Customizable loadouts are extraordinary. You can change everything, even down to the method that your ship counters incoming missiles. Another great customization in this game is the cosmetics. You can make your ships and pilots look however you want them, and you don't have to pay for the cosmetics. It's all with in-game currency that you unlock through gameplay. And this game was made by EA. There are 7 different maps in this game you can play on. The maps are unique and each map has its own tactics. For example, in Essos, you want to fly inside the big structure to escape enemy starfighters. In Galatan, you might want to weave in between the asteroids to try to lose enemy starfighters and make them crash. The assets. This game is beautiful. The models of the ships and terrain look great. The lighting is solid and the effects are stunning. And the sound design is wonderful. Squadrons gives lots of audible cues to let you know what's going on without even looking at the HUD. The sounds are also very well done. Take a listen to some of my favorite ones. Controls. I like the way Squadrons plays. There are many different devices you can use to control this game. But be aware that you'll need a lot of buttons to play effectively. Unfortunately, if you want to play this game with an Xbox or PlayStation controller, you're probably going to want to get a controller that has more buttons, like maybe a Razer Wolverine. I started out with a keyboard and mouse and that works out well, especially if your mouse has buttons on the side. Later I switched to keyboard and joystick. I like this better as it's more immersive and realistic. Some people play with full-blown flight simulator setups, but you certainly don't need all that equipment to play the game effectively. Keyboard and mouse works fine. There are wheels in this game that you can use to select more controls, and if you have the buttons for it, you can map each position on these wheels to its own button. I mapped target my attacker and request resupply to their own buttons, as they're useful to have mid-flight. Some more minor details about this game that I love. 1. The ability to ping targets is super cool. You can tell your allies to destroy a deadly enemy or protect a weakened ally mid-flight, without the use of a voice chat. Another thing is that lobby environments are very well designed, even though they don't even need to be. It's also cool that each ship has a unique engine sound. It's a little thing, but it's great. There are a few minor cons that I should probably mention. The game has some noticeable bugs. None of them are game-breaking though, so that's good. Although the physics that the game uses to calculate how much damage you should take when you crash into a solid object seem to be pretty drunk. And then another sad thing is that the single-player campaign is kinda short. A lot of people are very disappointed about this. So yeah, that's sort of my review of Star Wars Squadrons. You can get this game pretty much anywhere if you want to try it out, but you're not sure if you want to pay full price. Xbox Game Pass is a great way to go. So that's all I have for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. And you probably want to see how this dogfight ends. Bye!
You're good to go. Fired under control. What that's gone. Blast it, they lock on. They can't take much more, Titan. No need to toy with them. End this. I'm in there.